Lesson 5-8, problem solving strategy using logical reasoning. And in this lesson, you learn to use deductive and inductive reasoning. And let's take a look at this comics. Okay, I'm sure you can't read that, so I'm going to read that for you. You have Franklin and Peppermint Patty. In front is Franklin, and he's sitting on his desk and he says, "I'll never get this second problem." Okay, and then Peppermint Patty on the next frame says here that, "Just put down 11, Franklin, and don't worry about it. That's what I do. Okay, X is almost always 11, and Y is almost always 9. That's what she said. Okay, one thing you should know about, one thing I learned about algebra, you don't take it too seriously. So, Peppermint Patty was saying that X is almost 11, and Y is almost always 9. So what Peppermint Patty, okay, was using was that she used what we call inductive reasoning. And inductive reasoning makes a rule after seeing several examples. Okay, Patty made a conclusion based on what happened in the past. So inductive reasoning is basically you are making a rule after you see several examples. Okay, or make a conclusion based on what happened in the past. So if we follow that reasoning, let's take a look at example number 1. What is the next term in the sequence 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16? Okay, so we want to make a rule after seeing several examples or after seeing a pattern. See, notice that every number is twice the previous number. So for example, 4 is twice 2 and 8 is twice 4. So therefore, after seeing several examples, we conclude the next term would be probably twice 16 or 32. And that's how you use inductive reasoning. Okay. And suppose Patty gets back her algebra paper and finds that x equals 9 and y equals 15. Then her method of inductive reasoning did not work. Since inductive reasoning is based on past evidence only, it may sometimes fail. And you need to take note of that. It may sometimes fail. Okay? So when you talk about uh, inductive reasoning, it may sometimes fail. Okay? And then let's take a look at another. In this case, we'll take a look at another type of reasoning. The Greek letter pi, okay, represents the number 3.14159 and dot 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 means it goes on forever without repeating and terminating. If the question on Patty's paper had been, what is the value of pi? She would know that the answer would be 3.14159 dot dot dot. This is an example of deductive reasoning. Okay, deductive reasoning uses a rule to make a conclusion. Quite the opposite of inductive reasoning. For example, one good example of deductive reasoning is that the rule that if you have 3 missing homeworks, you get a detention. Okay, so after you got your third missing homework, you got a detention. You concluded that you will be getting a detention because you missed 3 missing homeworks. So you are using a rule to make a conclusion, and that is a good example of deductive reasoning. Okay, another good example of deductive reasoning would be if you go beyond the speed of 65 miles per hour on the freeway. Okay, okay, you are breaking the law. Okay, so as you drive on the freeway and you go 70 miles per hour, okay, you conclude that you are breaking the law because of that rule. Okay, so you use a rule, okay, and then create a conclusion. Okay, and this is how example number 2 look like. All octagons have 8 sides. A stop sign is shaped like an octagon. How many sides does a stop sign have? And this is a good example of deductive reasoning. you do not necessarily need to count the number of sides on the stop sign, because using deductive reasoning, you can conclude that all stop signs have 8 sides. Okay? And that is the lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching.